Emily here. So I wanted to create this YouTube series called This One's for the Girls, for you and me, for all of us that are young women, because there's so many things that we can learn and things that we haven't learned yet. And I want to help us learn those through asking different women who are experts in their field. This series is for you to become the best version of yourself, because even though we are in quarantine and really this stinks, but we can still learn something new that is fun and for us. Today's video is featuring an amazing, cool chick. Her name is April, and she's a skincare specialist. She's been doing this for 12 years. So make sure that you pay close attention, because she gives us amazing tips about skincare, how to keep our skin looking really amazing, how to help with pimples, so just like practical tips on how we can keep our skin healthy. So I hope you enjoy this interview with April. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into it. How can someone with young skin keep it healthy?
The most important things I will say is just washing your face. Like, even if you're not a makeup wearer, you think about, I always say, like, think about a cup of water that you put on your kitchen table. If you leave that cup of water there all day long, when you get home at night, there's probably a film of dust and dirt on top. So we still need to wash that grime off that we got during the day. And then also wearing a sunscreen moisturizer every day is super important, especially if you have acne and it's healing, or you just have young skin. Like, the most damage we do to our skin is between ages 1 to 18. So like, this is a crucial time. Like, if you can take care of your skin now, you'll be in such a good habit by the time you're in your 20s and 30s. Like, you'll have it down pat and you won't even think about it. It's just like part of your normal day.
What kind of like moisturizer is good for their skin? Because well, all of our skin, really. There's like body lotions, and you go to Bath and Beyond and get like a nice smelling lotion. You want to smell it all day. So is that good to put on your face?
Like, if you want to put those Bath and Body Works perfume like from the neck down, like, go for it. That's totally fine. But we have much finer pores on our face. We have a ton more of them on our face too. I think every like square inch we have 1,000 pores.
Wow.
So it's really important to use stuff that's meant and developed for the face. And it has finer ingredients in it. Like, I know everyone doesn't have a big budget. My parents would have never bought me like professional grade skincare when I was a teenager, but they totally would have bought stuff from like Walmart or Target, you know, for me. Burt's Bees line is really great. Thayer's line is really good. Both those lines have great natural ingredients to help with acne as well. If you just have normal skin, you know, Simply is a really nice line, and another line is Alba, A-L-B-A. Those are kind of my go-to that you can find pretty much anywhere or even online as well, and they're affordable.
What's a big skincare don't? Like, avoid this at all.
That was a good question. I really like that one. I'm gonna say one do. Definitely change your pillowcase every week. So many oils come out of our skin at night, and then I don't know if you're like this, but I move around a ton. My pillow gets smashed all over my face. So doing that once a week is super important. A big don't is when you do have a big pimple and you want to squeeze it until it comes out, like you just have to get it. That's a big no. What I would do instead is ice it. If you have a big whitehead or a really tender red, deep one, put ice on it for like 15 minutes off and on. That helps the inflammation go down. And then if you do feel like you need to squeeze it, because I understand, I'm a picker too, squeeze only 3 times. If it does not pop after that third squeeze, that means you need to take a break and wait till tomorrow. Yeah, if you squeeze too much, then you actually damage your skin and you cause yourself to get a deeper scar that could take longer to get rid of.
One thing I'm really passionate about, like super passionate about, is sunscreen. Like, skin cancer runs in my family. Like, my grandma had it. I mean, she had a tanning bed in her house. So like, I grew up with like the blue light underneath the door, and I knew like grandma was tanning, and
she was in there baking away.
Oh my gosh. And my mom and dad are struggling with skin cancer here and there. And so it's just a constant conversation, right, I'm having with my parents.
Skin type does play a role. You know, if you're more pale or lighter, you could be more prone to that kind of damage, but everyone needs to use it, because sunscreen does even protect you from wrinkles and worse scarring too later on. And I suggest at least an SPF 30. I wouldn't do anything lower than that. And it's really important to protect your face, especially putting on sunscreen in the morning, and then if you're leaving the house later in the day, you should go ahead and put it on again, because active ingredients dissipate after a while. They don't keep working for like 12 hours in a day. They just where they're not created to do that. I'm a big fan of wearing hats. I love hats. Hats are a big way to protect. Yeah, and then just even using like body sunscreen on your arms is big as well. Just protecting it on a daily basis, because we have the UV burning rays and aging rays. Those are the B and the A. So
is that what that means?
And then one causes more aging.
I'm like, what? Who chose A and B? Why can't we do that?
Right. So when you look on sunscreen and it says protects from these two things, A and B, then you're like, hey, I'm on the right track.
When I was in middle school and high school, life was very different for us.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Makeup is different.
And and YouTube, and like there's so many resources on how to wear it and like how to blend it, and like I still don't know any of that stuff. But there's girls that do, and kudos if you know all that. What's the best way to like remove makeup to keep our skin clear?
The biggest thing is to definitely wash your makeup off every night before you go to bed. There is a statistic that says if you leave your makeup on and you sleep in it, it adds 7 days of age to your face. So, ouch. Yeah. Start washing your face if you don't every night. I think doing a makeup wipe first is fine, especially if you're really into layering and doing all the priming and contouring. Just doing a wipe first to get that first layer off is great, but then you want to go in with a wash of some kind and really scrub in to get that other layer off. You can use a toner as well after washing, just to get that third layer of dirt. Some people who use really thick makeup should maybe wash their face twice. It's not a bad idea. You want your washcloth and the water you're rinsing with to rinse out clear. So as long as you get that, or you do your toner and there's no makeup left on your cotton rounds, then you're on the right track. Acne is a big one. I don't want to be a downer, but like our hormones in our body kind of work against us at that age, especially because everything's like turning on and your skin's like, what the heck is happening?
Like,
Right. One of my biggest things I tell all my clients, no matter what age they are, is drinking water. Is like that helps flush out toxins. And another thing is eating healthy foods. Like I know as a teenager, you're going to eat whatever you can get your hands on sometimes. Yeah. But if you have a choice, like eating blueberries and blackberries and raspberries have great antioxidants that fight against all that bacteria that's in your system. Those are good. Avocados are really good for your skin. Drinking decaffeinated green tea is also another good detox. But drinking water is like number one, I could say. Okay. And even doing like a charcoal mask is good. But you don't want to do a mask several times a week, maybe one time a week, or do a tiny bit of spot treatment with a mask on your pimples and sleep in it is fine. Okay. And then icing, like I said, again, if you do icing every night before you go to bed, you'll see a change in how big and tender your pimples are. By the next day, they'll be shrunken down a little bit. If you're a picker, please wash your hands before and after you pick your face. If you pick something, all this oil comes out and then you're smashing it into all the pores around it. You're just creating another breeding ground for another breakout. The other thing is when you try a new product for acne, you need to try it for at least 2 weeks straight before you see any difference. It's not going to work in 2 days. So if you can do it for a full month, then you can know if your skin really responds well to it or not.
That's really good. Be patient. Be patient.
Be patient.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Hopefully I can meet you in person soon.
Yes. That sounds like a good plan.
Right. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Wasn't that so good? See, I told you you'd get a ton of tips. I'm not washing my face enough, and I should probably go and change my pillowcase because, well, that hasn't been done in a while. So anyways, if you have an idea of somebody that I should feature or a topic that you want to learn about, let me know down in the comments or shoot me a DM on Instagram. So thanks for tuning in to the first episode of This One's for the Girls. Hope to see you next time. Bye.